Chosen one, this message reaches you in divine timing, not by chance. It is not a coincidence that your eyes and spirit meet these words today. Heaven has orchestrated this moment to speak directly into your life. There is something unfolding in the unseen realms that concerns you, something sacred that cannot be ignored. Time itself has been interrupted for you. The hands of the divine clock have slowed, paused, and lingered over your life because God is extending time, not to punish you, but to prepare you. This message is not ordinary. It is an alarm in the spirit, a wake-up call to your destiny. Heaven is saying, "Pay attention, for I am doing something beyond human comprehension." What looks like delay is actually divine choreography. What feels like stillness is heaven's sacred movement. God has pressed pause, not because he's forgotten you, but because he's aligning everything that must meet you at the appointed hour. Chosen one, right now, make your spiritual agreement known. Comment your warmest wish below and include the number 777, the divine symbol of completion and acceleration. When you do, you are not just typing words, you are sealing a covenant. The number 777 means the end of one cycle and the acceleration of another. As you release that wish, you activate divine motion. The simple act of faith becomes an energy transmission that reaches heaven. When you press like, it's not just engagement, it's alignment. You are declaring, "I receive the divine timing over my life." Heaven honors small acts of obedience, for they are signals of readiness. This is your spiritual handshake with destiny. The divine pause is not a punishment, but mercy manifested in time. It's heaven's way of saying, "Wait, I'm still perfecting something." The world measures progress by speed, but heaven measures it by readiness. The reason you've noticed things slowing down, doors lingering open, and opportunities circling back is because heaven has extended your window. You're standing in a rare moment when time bends around destiny. God extends your timeline not to trap you in waiting, but to give you space for transformation. This pause is sacred. It's a womb of preparation. The delay is not evidence of absence. It's proof of orchestration. Every second of silence is full of divine engineering. Heaven is not denying you. It's redesigning the environment for your promise to thrive. Chosen one, your relationship with time is different. The chosen cannot live by the same rhythm as the world. While others rush, you are refined. The slowness surrounding you is not stagnation, it's synchronization. God is aligning the timeline of your life with divine order. The reason certain things haven't happened yet is because your season must meet your spirit at the right vibration. You've been feeling like time stopped, but it didn't. It slowed to match your internal alignment. You're being positioned with precision. God's timing never fails, even when it confuses human understanding. Spiritual timing is not measured by clocks, but by calling. Heaven has paused your pace to synchronize your purpose. Time is not your adversary. It is the hand of God shaping your soul. Time teaches what words cannot. Time softens what pride hardens. Time prepares what haste destroys. When others sprint, you walk because your assignment is different. God uses time like an artist uses silence, strategically. Every pause adds dimension. Every delay adds depth. The stillness you endure is not punishment, it is placement. Heaven is stretching your character to hold greater capacity. The time extension is like a cocoon around your spirit. When the appointed hour comes, the unveiling will be so sudden that the years of waiting will collapse into moments of manifestation. Hear this warning from heaven. Do not misuse this grace period. Time is being extended for divine purpose, but the extension is temporary. This is not a permanent pause. It's a prophetic window. God says, I'm giving you more time to prepare, but don't mistake mercy for permission to delay obedience. The chosen must act while the divine clock is paused. Every second counts. This is your chance to correct, heal, forgive, and align. Heaven has halted certain things, not for your comfort, but for your correction. Don't waste this sacred window. When time resumes its normal rhythm, those who use the pause wisely will soar, and those who slept through it will stumble. Have you noticed the strange quiet lately? Plans that stalled without explanation, opportunities that reappeared? That's not randomness. That's divine extension. God is keeping certain doors open longer than they should be. The deadlines that expired yet remain extendable are heaven's handwriting on your calendar. The inner restlessness you feel is not frustration. It's your spirit recognizing the divine extension. You're being repositioned, not rejected. You may think you're waiting, but heaven is actually waiting for you to step into agreement. The signs are all around you. Synchronicities, dreams, repeated numbers, repeated confirmations, all echoing the same message. Time is being extended for your alignment. The waiting is not a wall, it's a workshop. You are not being delayed, you are being developed. God is not withholding, He is strengthening. This season is building your emotional stamina and spiritual weight. The delay is divine resistance training. Every challenge you face is stretching your faith to match your future. God will not release blessings into unprepared hands. The waiting is preparing your foundation so that when elevation comes, it lasts. You are not late, you are under construction. Development disguised as delay is heaven's secret training ground for greatness. This extended season is not random, it's intentional. God is using this extra time to upgrade you from within. The old mindset cannot carry the new mantle. The pause is heaven's way of saying, become before you receive. You're not just waiting for the blessing, you're becoming the vessel that can sustain it. Divine extension equals divine education. The classroom is silence, the teacher is time, and the lesson is alignment. The more you evolve internally, the faster the external will manifest. Heaven is not withholding your breakthrough, it's perfecting your capacity to hold it. Many will waste this extension through distraction. Don't be among them. This is not the time to sleep on your spirit. Stay awake, stay aware. Heaven is watching for those who remain alert. When others scroll, you must seek. When others relax, you must rebuild. Spiritual alertness is your advantage. The chosen cannot afford to drift in seasons of delay, because heaven uses quiet to speak in whispers. The next instruction is hidden in the silence. Listen closely, for the guidance that will change everything comes softly during the pause. Chosen one, learn this truth. Delay is not denial, it's divine design. Heaven's clock doesn't move slower, it moves smarter. You think you're waiting on a blessing, but often the blessing is waiting on your readiness. What feels like delay is divine sequencing. You're being aligned with people and opportunities that need more time to mature. God never denies His promises. He just delivers them on schedule. The waiting room of destiny is where faith graduates into wisdom. When the appointed time arrives, you'll see why the delay was your greatest protection. Heaven doesn't count minutes, it counts maturity. God will bend, slow, or accelerate time according to purpose. What took others 10 years can happen for you in 10 days when heaven says, now. But until then, The divine clock moves by revelation, not impatience. You are not behind. You're right on divine pace. The schedule of heaven is not governed by human calendars. It is directed by your transformation. When your internal readiness reaches heaven's frequency, time will release what it's been holding back. Every no you received was divine shielding. Every door that slammed shut was a rescue disguised as rejection. The pause is heaven's way of saying, "Not yet. It's not safe." You were protected from opportunities that looked good but would have destroyed your peace. Every time you were delayed, you were being defended. The pause is a sanctuary, a wall of mercy built around your promise. What felt like rejection was redirection to safety. You're not missing out, you're being preserved. Every delay carries a requirement, discipline. Heaven won't extend time just for comfort, it does so for commitment. The question echoing over your life right now is, what will you do with the grace you've been given? God is demanding spiritual maturity. The chosen must use the extension to sharpen their focus, to surrender pride, to purify motives. The delay demands that you become the person who can handle what you prayed for. Don't ask for acceleration until you've mastered stewardship. Heaven's delay is heaven's demand for development. Behind the scenes, heaven is reorganizing your entire story. People are being repositioned. Resources are being reallocated. Pathways are being redirected. What feels like disarray is divine strategy. God is recalibrating the details of your destiny so that when time resumes, everything aligns perfectly. The delay is not destruction, it's design. Heaven is writing your next chapter in silence. The pause is proof that God is building something too big to rush. Trust the recalibration, even when it feels like confusion. The silence of heaven is one of the hardest tests for the chosen. When you pray and hear nothing, when you move and see nothing, that's when faith is refined. Can you trust God when the timeline doesn't make sense? The pause is a faith laboratory. The silence is a test of loyalty. God watches what you do when He says nothing. If you can still worship in the stillness, you've passed. Faith proven in silence is the foundation of destiny. Chosen one, refinement is the fire that forges greatness. Pain, loss, solitude, these are not punishments, they are purification. God uses hardship to remove what hinders your higher purpose. Every disappointment was refining you. The loneliness you felt wasn't emptiness, it was divine separation for sanctification. You're being purified for power. The delay has stripped you of illusions, pride, and dependence on people. What's left is pure gold, strong, radiant, unbreakable. This is the real you, forged through waiting. Heaven's mercy is wide, but not infinite in timing. The extension is temporary. When the clock resumes, everything will accelerate suddenly. You won't have time to prepare later. Preparation must happen now. This is the grace window, the divine countdown. God says, move while mercy is still open. Once this moment closes, destiny will shift into motion at unstoppable speed. Those who prepared will soar. Those who ignored will scramble. Take heed. The pause is ending soon. Time is holy. Every second of this extension carries eternal significance. God entrusted you with time because your life affects more than you realize. What you do now will echo through generations. This extension isn't just about your progress. It's about legacy. Heaven gave you time to build what your bloodline will inherit. This pause is generational preparation. Use it wisely. The impact of your obedience will outlive you. The chosen cannot rise surrounded by noise. God separates to sanctify. The loneliness you feel is divine pruning. The silence in your relationships is heaven's scalpel, cutting away distractions. Separation is not rejection, it's redefinition. You are being set apart for purpose. The people leaving are not enemies. They are exits in the architecture of your destiny. God removes what can't sustain the next level. Isolation is not your punishment, it's your promotion. The version of you destined for greatness is being formed right now. This pause is your metamorphosis. You are meeting the higher self that heaven saw before you were born. Every lesson, every delay, every quiet night has been molding you into your future identity. The extension was heaven's gift to let you grow into the person your purpose requires. You are not evolving randomly. You are being sculpted by design. The future version of you is waiting for your obedience in the present. Heaven is reprogramming your inner world. Your emotions, mindset, and habits are being rewritten. The old you couldn't handle the weight of destiny, so God paused time to install spiritual upgrades. That's why you feel stretched. It's divine rewiring. Heaven is teaching you new rhythms of thought, new levels of patience, and new measures of faith. This is your spiritual renovation. When the extension ends, you will not recognize yourself, because you'll have become the vessel capable of carrying abundance, wisdom, and authority. Chosen one, the pressure you feel now is proof that you're near completion. You are in the final stretch of the refining process. The fire is hot because you are close to gold. The silence is heavy because heaven is finalizing details. This is your finishing phase. The sculptor's hands are still on you, making small but significant adjustments. Don't resist, yield. The discomfort means the unveiling is near. The longer the refinement, the greater the revelation. The divine countdown has started. Heaven's clock is ticking toward manifestation. The shift will not be loud. It will be sudden. One day, you'll wake up and realize everything has changed. The long wait will end quietly, but with cosmic precision. The world may not notice immediately, but heaven will celebrate loudly. This is the moment where the unseen becomes visible. Time is preparing to release its hold, and when it does, acceleration will flood your life. Stay ready. The countdown is almost complete. And now, heaven declares, I have bought you time. Do not waste it. This is your charge, chosen one. You are walking through holy time, not human time. The seconds you are living in right now have been purchased by divine mercy. Say this aloud. I was not delayed, I was developed. I am not behind, I am being aligned. I am the reason time was extended. Heaven is waiting on my yes. These are not mere affirmations, they are prophetic decrees. The extension is not a pause in your purpose. It's proof of it. Heaven stretched your timeline because your destiny is too significant to be rushed. The clock will soon move again. Make your choice now. Will you use this holy time to rise or to rest? The heavens are watching. The earth is waiting. Your future is listening. Move with faith, for time has been extended, but only until your yes meets God's divine plan.